Hello there. We're going to be working on a very crazy video because we're talking about reaching backwards in a back handspring. And almost every gym or most coaches teach this. This is something that's been passed down for generations. And there's really nobody that's doing any biomechanical studies to find out what really works better. And this is something that I didn't really discover until I'd been coaching for 20 years. But like most of y'all, I know what a good back handspring looks like, right? You know what a good back handspring looks like. And this is Madeline. She's going to be here helping us figure this out today. But here's the thing that is 100% wrong, is reaching backwards on a back handspring. Sounds right. Back handsprings are supposed to go backwards, right? Yeah, and reaching backwards, that would make your hands go back. That would make your body go back. The problem is when your hands lay way behind you, you're jamming your wrist into the ground. That's going to stop it from going backwards. So we're going to set up some mats here so we can look at that and see what you're supposed to do instead. So we're going to have the barrel to kind of hold her up. And I might even do it even lower so you can really see this reach. But first we got to get Madeline up here without falling off. We got to get her balanced. We're going to, lower back, lay on your back, just like this. Good. See, now she's got the barrel holding her up. So we're going to reach back and put your hands way back there. Bam. Oh, she's pushing her shoulders back. That's what you're supposed to do. Hey, maybe she solved the problem. All right, I'm going to roll her back up. So now I'm going to do it a little bit lower so we can see it even more. So let's go ahead and stand up and reset that up. But what was really good about that, her hands landed back there, but then she pushed her shoulders back. We want our body to go backwards. So that was a really good fix for reaching back there. And maybe some of the coaches that are telling the reach back are fixing it like that. And now some coaches would be saying, hey, see, she reached back. She created a lot of power. Well, really with power, we want our body to go back. And if your hands are reaching back, you're killing your rotation. We need rotation and power. All right, hop over there on the floor. I'm going to move this out of the way. And this might right. Now she won't be able to fix it and push your shoulders back. And normally you definitely don't want to do back handsprings this low. So lay on your back again. So we're going to really exaggerate this reach backwards. So reach backwards, bam. So you can really see how it's jamming. Yeah, and look at the feet go. No, that's another video. Keep those feet down. Yeah, you want to be reaching and lifting the body up. Yeah, go ahead and kick your feet over. We don't want to do this either. That's another video. So no kicking your feet over. But if you're reaching back and jamming, it's going to jam the back handspring in the ground. It's going to cause the body to fold up. Let's do that. Come over here. Let's lay on the back. So not only, this is why this is 100% wrong. Because right here, you're jamming your hands in the ground, tearing your wrist up. And now your body is stopping. Boom. So the only way to get your body going might be to kick your feet over. Kick. There we go. Good. So reaching backwards is, it kind of stops the back handspring because it jams it into the ground. You're definitely not rotating and flipping fast because, again, it's jamming in the ground. And another thing, let's do one more and do that again. Because if your hands are landing behind your shoulders, reach back. When she bends her arms and push, bend your arms and push. Push, yeah. She's like, I can't go backwards. Yeah, you're going to be pushing forward. Push forward. So if your hands are back here when you push, you're pushing your body forward. So power is moving across the floor, not staying in one place and not going the wrong way, Charlie. And nobody wants to be Charlie. That's my rule. If you're doing something wrong, you're going the wrong way, you're Charlie. So what we going to do is we can use this same thing to work on the reach under. But the way that I teach this is I make sure that they're reaching and trying to get their hands under their backs on back bends. Because if you're doing back bends and falling back like that, you're either jamming your wrist or breaking your wrist, or breaking your arm. So let's show the correct reach. Arms up. So we're going to reach back, arms behind the head. We're going to lift the body up. Do not throw the head. And we're going to get those hands under your back. Good. See, now here she can go up and over. You can see how the hands are coming over, how it lifts her body up. And all I had to do is just give her a little lift and she flips up and over. Now, some people are coaches out there and saying, oh, she's undercutting, reaching under. Well, I guess if I have a German accent, that's the way I'd say it. Reaching under. That's no good. Undercutting is when you throw your hips forward. So squat down low. Let's do it like this. Push your hips forward and back bend. Yeah, there we go. That's a good undercut like that. Do that again. So undercutting is throwing your hips forward and not jumping backwards. So let's squat down low again, squat down low. Start your back bend, push your hips forward. There you go, like that. Yeah, and then the jump would go that way. And what happens when you're jumping forward, you got to really reach and get your hands under. So that's what most coaches, that's what they see when a kid throws or hits forward, is they see the hands come under and save their lives, right? So we're going to do this. We don't want to undercut. So when we're actually going backwards, we want our hands to come under so our body is rotating. And actually when your hands come under, guess which way your body goes? Backwards. So actually reaching under, it's the opposite of what you need to do because you're upside down and backwards. So reaching backwards does not make you go backwards, but reaching forward makes your body go backwards. And so we can see that happen if we stack this up again, right to here. All right. Now we got to get this positioned correctly, because now we want it to roll past a little bit so she can reach under the barrel. And to use this kind of drill, you would have to get it just the right height so that she could reach under. So we're going to have to lay her on her back. I'm going to have her push a little bit. Let's see where she is. Yeah, that'll be about perfect right there. So the arms here. So she's going to reach first for the floor and then reach under the barrel. Good. Let's do it again. Under. That's why I don't like using barrels for back handsprings, because you need to elevate them like this so they can reach under the barrel. So arms up. So she's going to reach first, reach, and then under the barrel, under. Good. And you can see how that's going to make her rotate more. So, and I knew what back handsprings were supposed to look like. I know the hands are supposed to at least get under the body. But the way I really learned this is every year I'd have 2 or 3 girls that would do back handsprings and would stop in the handstand. In fact, if you want to do a back handspring and stop in the handstand, you do have to reach back a little bit. So let's have you stop in the handstand. So instead of reaching under the barrel, you're just going to reach straight down. So she's going to reach, push with her legs, boom. Uh-oh, turtle head. No turtle heads. Yeah, so actually if you want to stop, you do have to reach back a little bit so it stops it in the handstand. But in a power tumbling, we don't want to stop. We want to move across the floor. So let's do the reach under. So she's going to be reaching toward this block right here. Go, so push those legs straight, reach under. Ugh, I didn't like that. She was like this. We want those arms to go behind the head. We got to lift that chest up. So now sometimes coaches are teaching the back handspring to be perfectly straight. Well, that's good if your hands come under, because it's going to give you a lot of rotating. It's going to make you go fast. But for beginners, intermediates, maybe you got to get them to reach under more to lift it up. So reach under the barrel, under. Yeah, more like that. And of course, we don't want to throw the head. So when we're talking about, well, that's something that's taught, to throw the head. And throwing the head just makes your head go to the ground. The rule on that is whatever you throw back goes to the ground. So if I stand here, throw my head goes to the ground. Look how fast my arms move. Woo. Yeah, we got to move the arms. So let's do it again. So she's here in this position, ready to push. No, reach under first, reach, and then under. There we go. Oh, yeah, that was very good right there. So as you can see how it works, another way to think about it is that when you're a back handspring, you're the outside of the wheel. So you don't reach, it's not rainbow. It's a wheel. We got to get those hands to come around, come under, and that's going to lift you up and lift you over. This is also what gives you more rotation to do more with your back handspring. And also, when you reach this way and your hands are in front of your shoulders, what can you do now? You can push back. You know how coaches are always talking about kids, get your arms up and set, and they're pushing out their back handspring and doing this? No, you got to have your hands here so that you can push and immediately lift them. So you might need to get them to reach forward more. Don't stick the head out. Reach forward more so they can push and lift the arms up for their sets, for their tucks and their layouts. So I'll do one more thing. I'm going to go get I got to go get a hula hoop and show you how a back handspring flips. And then we'll tie you on the hula hoop and we'll roll. No, we can't do that. That won't work. I'll be right back. So when you're doing a back handspring, you're actually the reach. Let's put this behind me right there. And let's do your back bend right here. Face that way, arms up. So you can see the back bend. See, now she's the outside of the hula hoop. And then right there, she's got to change to be the hula hoop with the round. So you're doing the arch, lifting you up, then round over there. So stand right over here. And you can kind of turn toward them while I'm doing this. So I'm going to take this. If I'm going to roll this hula hoop, boom, like this, you can see what my hands are doing. This hand has to throw that way to get it to roll. This one has to go that way. So in a back handspring, this is your jump. Yes, your jump has to go and go that way, but to give it more rotation, your hands have to come under. Now, when you combine these two actions, this is the key to the back handspring. This is where the sweet spot is. This is the one action you should do to do a back handspring. You should sit, reach all the way around to the ground, and when it's time to reach under, that's when you jump. So, and this is what would happen if I do that. If I throw this, went out the back door. Yeah. We should have closed the door. Oh, well, I'll get it later. Oh, I think the car ran over it. Yeah. Oh, well, we'll just buy another hula hoop, but yeah. Yeah, it'd be good. It'd be good. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, well, you just ruined the video. She's like, I'm so sad. So, yeah, reaching out. You can kind of see this if I squat her down low and have her do a back handspring. You can see how much she has to reach around before we jump. This also gives you the clue that when our back handspring's too high, it's not because you jump too hard. It's because you jump too soon. If your hands are up here when you do the jump, you can't do the reach under and jump at the same time. So let's go ahead and squat all the way down. Scoot over a little bit closer to me because I got short arms. There we go. Squat down low. So from here, we're exaggerating kind of how much she's got to reach around before she jumps. So get her balanced. So back bend, around, and then jump and reach under. Good. Now do it again and go faster. So you can see how much she's reaching before she jumps. Scoot forward just a little bit. That way. That's sideways. You need a map. Arms up. Reach around. Reach under. Yeah, you can see that one. That one's coming around. Jump and reach under. Got to get the reach under. We were, just doing the back handspring and showing you how you got to get those arms around and under. And, that was definitely too short of a back handspring. So a lot of coaches are going to see that and say, hey, she undercutted, which to some degree, yes, you don't want your back handspring to be that short. So reaching backwards is not what you do to make your back handspring go backwards. What you do is you sit back. So we're going to go ahead and I'll show you the sit back now. And we'll actually do it from the low squat. I use the low squat so that we can go slow in fixed positions. But the sit back, reach, and jump, that's exactly how you do a back handspring. Even if you're squatting all the way down. Now, when you're standing into a back handspring, you do not sit on the ground. You sit backwards. So you'll have to at least sit halfway down. So I'm going to get Madeline right over here. So we're going to do the squat down low right here. And the sit back, she's got to put her feet down flat. So put your feet down flat and push your butt back, kind of like that. So this is what makes it move backwards. So what we're going to do is get those feet down flat, sit back, and then throw the arms and jump. Ready, go. Sit back, throw the arms and jump. And you see the hands have to come around. Let's do it with a push back handspring. So arms on your ears, hands on the mat, push back and go. Got to sit back, boom, boom. Good. Now, if she didn't push enough and didn't sit back, she'd end up jumping up and down right here. You think you could do that? Not sit back as much? Just push a little and then do your back handspring. So push. She's only going to sit a little bit. Yeah, you can see how it's just up and down. But the reach under has to be there. Hey, her hands landed there. Ooh, let's do this. Because the more she sits back, the further her hands go. So sit back just a little bit. Sit back. Don't sit. Now, when I'm doing this, I don't like to do this from a squat because you're not going to do like round off back handspring. So only do the half squat, arms on your ears, put your hands right there. Yeah, right there. Bend those arms and push. Just a little sit back. Boom. So then her hands went there. All right, put your feet right here again. Let's sit back even more. Whoop, don't scoot all the way down. Yeah, bend those arms and push, sit back more. Now her hands landed there. So your hands need to always come under and go in front of your shoulders. And your hands can land in multiple positions and it would be correct. Because where your hands land depends on how much you sit back. So let's do it again. Let's start with our feet right here. We're going to try to do the same spot, a little bit more scoot forward, a little bit more with your feet. Perfect. So we're going to do hardly any sit back on this one. So push, just sit back just a tiny bit. Back handspring. Sit, go, reach and jump. Boom, boom. Hands went right there. Okay, same thing. We're going to sit back a little bit more. Push, sit back a little bit more. Boom, boom, boom. Hands went there. Get those hands in front of your shoulders. We're trying to demonstrate correct technique here. So push, sit back even more. Push, sit back. There you go. There, definitely got our hands in front of her shoulders there. So now what we don't want is the turtle head and banana back. because we want to rotate, but we don't want to pull the head up and drop our stomach into the floor. Did you do that a little bit? Say no. No. Okay, good. That's what I'd like to hear. It's definitely what I want to see. Push back more. Sit. Go. Push. There we go. Good. So we do not lean back to make back handsprings go backwards, because leaning back pushes your hips forward and it makes your head go into the ground. We don't want to do that. So, okay, well, I hope I didn't break the internet, and I hope I haven't broken all the gym's rules about reaching backwards, because we got to make changes, y'all. This is something that's done all over the country, and it needs to be fixed. So where reaching back is tearing up wrists, it's jamming, it's killing the back handspring, it's killing the lift, it's causing injuries, it's causing back flips and back layouts and pulls to not work. As kids progress up, they got to get this reach under, get this right position. So I'm sure this is gonna rack a lot of people's brains. Sorry about that, but it's something that needs to be done. So y'all keep working out there. Use my tumble rules. That gives you a base to do everything correctly. Tumble rules, if you're having problems with the skill, look at what tumble rules missing. That's what's missing. The tumble rules tell you exactly how to do your skills correctly, but it doesn't tell you to reach under. So this is about mechanics. The tumble rules will be about positions and what you got to be in. So y'all keep working hard. Keep your athletes safe, and you tumblers out there. Oh yeah, go to my video about coaches. Judge coaches by their hearts, because every year coaches are learning more and more and more. Don't judge a coach by what they know, what they don't know. So judge them by the heart they put into it and what they do for you to help you succeed. All right, we'll see y'all in the next video. Watch some more. There's tons of information there. Ain't that right? Yeah. All right, give me 5. All right, we get started.